Okay, welcome back to the Heritage Maker Studio. And tonight on our virtual crop, we are sharing more about photo gifts and specifically the photo bags that you can create. So I just want to talk with you a little bit about where to look for them, show you how to make them, and then we're going to do a little inspiration. So once you've signed in to your Heritage Makers account and gone to the template gallery, then you can scroll down here to photo gifts. And then I've already, this little blue arrow opens up, I've already selected just all the different photo bags. And look at all these fun different bags that we have. We have 7 different kinds of photo bags in every price range to fit anything that you're looking for. So one of the things that you can do is just search by that. The other thing that you can do is you can search specifically for a theme. So I'm going to put in the word dog, because I have a dog and I want to make a bag that celebrates my dog. And here you can see is a messenger bag, a hipster bag, and a big brag bag that you can create to celebrate your dog. Now, I'm going to stop the share for just 1 minute, and I want to show you how, Vicki, how do I get it off of you and on, hang on 1 second. Okay, so I want to show you a couple of photo bags. This is my Bodhi bag. It is our large brag bag, and this is a basic bag. So I just want to tell you the features and show you in person the size of this bag, because I know that sometimes it's easy to not be sure what that's going to look like in person. So when you get the basic bag with no upgrades, it has 2 canvas handles, like fabric handles. They all have these great feet, which you see will keep it up off of the surface. And you guys, this bag is 3.5 years old, and it gets used a lot. Doesn't it look like it's in great shape? I mean, it is in great shape. Doesn't just look like it. In fact, the only place there's a little tiny bit of wear is right up here on the handle where it sits at the top of my shoulder. When you open up the bag, it's got a lot of great space inside. It's got a zippered pocket on one side, and on the other side, it has 2 more pockets that you could put pens or business cards in. And then it even has a place to hold your keys or any important stuff that you want to clip on. I love that it zips shut so that you can keep all of your stuff safe. And like I said, it's got the 2 handles in that tote. Now, this is that exact same bag that I just showed you online, except I modified it because it has a whole bunch of pictures instead of just one, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, if you want to upgrade your bag, let me talk to you about upgrades. You have lots and lots of options. Option number 1 is a single handle instead of a double handle. The single handle comes with this great metal hardware. And then option 2 is you can upgrade to leather. So this is actually a leather strap. It's also leather on the bottom instead of fabric. And then the fabric on either side of the zipper is also leather, okay? It's got the same pockets inside, 2 pockets over here, and 1 zippered pocket over here, and it's got the same clip, right? But then a second upgrade is that I put a picture on both sides. So on one side, I have a collage of when the kids were little, some of my favorite memories of when they were little. And on the other side, I have a fabulous picture of them big. And it's just one giant picture. So this bag has 3 upgrades. Upgrade 1 is a single handle. Upgrade 2 is leather. And upgrade 3 was a picture on both sides. So now, Vicki, I'm going to go over to you, and I want you to show us what you're talking about. So go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, this one is an upgrade. It does have a single handle, but it's not leather, but it has picture on both sides. And yeah, it's really a nice one. And then there's this one that is leather. This is a smaller bag, as you can see.
Okay.
And then I upgraded it with the leather.
But with a picture on one side.
One side. And I also have the little one if you need that. This is a little one.
Oh, that's beautiful. And so, you know, a lot of people don't think about what to put on it. I mean, that is just a beautiful picture of nature. It looks like you've got a verse or a scripture up there.
It's in my yard, the picture, and it says, "In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous." That was one of their quotes. And nothing's on the back, but this is a little crossbody.
So that has an
bag.
outside zipper. That has an outside zipper?
Outside and nothing inside. No, nothing. But it has an outside.
And does it zip shut?
Yes.
Okay. So there's no interior pocket, but it does zip shut, and then there's an exterior pocket. That's great for travel too. Was there anybody else on the Zoom tonight that had a bag they wanted to share? Oh, okay. So Debbie, let's go over to you. Thanks, Vicki. That was awesome. Okay, go ahead, Debbie.
Okay, so I have one here. This is one that I have my different family groups on there, and then my son and daughter-in-law when they got married. And then this one right here is my husband and I with our 2 dogs the weekend that we adopted Chicory. And this one here, I chose the white gold interior just so I could see better what was in it. And
That's beautiful.
And I upgraded to the single handle. I really like it. It holds up really well. And if you do get it all scuffy and dirty like this one is, then it's easy to just clean right off.
So wait, I have a question. The interior fabric, it's only available on one size, correct? It's not available on this big giant size. I think it's available on the one size down. Oh, Vicki's got one with interior fabric too, a stripe.
Yeah. And then this one here I did, this one here I took, and this one I use for when Beignet and I do our pet partner visits. So it's all filled with our pet partner things, but it has polka dots inside. And I have many photos of Beignet on here. But then I upgraded to a 2-sided one.
I want to make another bag. That's so cute.
This one makes it simple for me because when I go out to visit people with Beignet as a therapy dog, rather than ruffling through a bunch of, like a little photo album, all I have to do is hold this up and they can see. And it's really nice because the little kids can poke at it and point at it and go, ooh, I love that. And it's really easy for me to clean it off. This one has 2 handles, but this has been, I think I did this like the first week I was in Heritage Makers. So that was 3+ years ago.
And it goes everywhere.
Love it. So next one I need to do is the bigger one, the new tote bag that you said, and I need to put both dogs on it because now both dogs are pet partner therapy dogs. So I need pictures of all of them.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing. So let's go back. Oh, yeah.
I have a question though. Is the bigger of the hipster bags, is that big enough for an iPad?
Let's go look at the measurements. Yeah, let's go look at the measurements for that. That's an excellent, excellent idea. So let's go back. So here's that picture, right? So here's that page I did just to show you guys. But Debbie asked a great question, which is what are the measurements of it? So let's teach you guys how to make sure that you understand what you're getting, because we just showed you several different kinds of bags. So go over to the photo gifts section. And then when you scroll down here, here's that bigger hipster bag. No, this is the regular hipster bag. Here's the large hipster bag. Okay, so here are the dimensions: 9.5 by 12.25 by 1 inch. So go measure your iPad and see if that will fit in there. It's got a detachable strap. It's got a flap and a magnetic closure to it. So that's kind of nice that it's got this flap going over it. But it gives you all the specs on this. It says hold iPad, tablets, and e-readers. This bag is designed for your active life without being too large or heavy. The other bags that we have, here's the mini hipster bag. This would probably fit a mini iPad, but it is pretty small, 7.5 by 9. So it's smaller than a sheet of paper, right? It does zip closed and has that exterior zipper pocket that Vicki was talking about. And then let's see, what else we've got is the messenger bag. Now, this is the size that could even hold some laptops. So it's 17 inches by 11 by 5. It's got a flap over, and this whole front piece is completely customizable. That's our messenger bag. Then we have the brag bag and the big brag bag. Those are the two sizes. Now, this big brag bag that you saw Vicki, Debbie, and myself share, it will talk to you about what size this is, but you'll notice that the regular brag bag that we have, it's about 20 bucks cheaper. It's a little bit smaller, but you can upgrade this liner, okay? And then we've got the new carry-all tote. So it looks like this is Debbie's next project. It's 15 inches by 13 inches by 6 inches. That's a great, big, beautiful bag. I love that. It does come with the options of the interior, floral, striped, or black dot interior, and it does zip completely shut. So I love that you can upgrade that interior. And then our new little lunchbox. Okay, so you can see it's got a zippered closure, a comfortable handle. It will hold foods that are hot or cold. So this is great to send in to a lunchbox, for a lunchbox. So once you've found the project that you want to create, and I'm just going to go back to this large brag bag, because I think what's important to know is that you can modify any of it. So you can certainly start with this, this full-sized photo, and then you can see that I kept this little embellishment up in the corner, and I removed this embellishment, and then I took out this one giant picture, I made it a background paper, and then I added a whole bunch of pictures all over it and lined them up. So that's what we want to show you how to do, because we want to make sure that if you want something quick and easy, you just go with a template that's there. But if you want to modify it, that you know how easily you can do that. Okay, so remember, once this project opens up, it's going to launch in this other browser window, and then you can walk yourself through. If this is the first time that you're coming to Studio, you can walk yourself through the tutorials. But if you've created projects, you know, before in Heritage Makers, you probably don't need to walk yourself through this tutorial. It's always available to you, and you can just X right out of it once your project completely loads. Now, these are the design guide maps that are all around it. Those are important to come back and read. I'm just going to hide those. You can see that my bag only has one side available to me. And let's just zoom in and look at this. So, more wag and less bark, my forever friend. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this, right, to my dog's name. And then because I want to put a bunch of pictures down here, I'm going to select all of these elements. And the reason that they're all lighting up together is because I held my shift key. So let's just go through that again. You pick the first item, hold your shift key, and then just select all the other elements. Once you let go, you can unlock them and move them, or in this case, delete them. So that's all I wanted for that was just this little piece up at the top. And then this giant photo, I'm going to actually turn into background paper. So whatever color paper you want, I think I'm going to actually look at this new 14 karat Easter collection, because it looked like there were some beautiful background papers in here that would be really fun on my bag. And I'm just going to drop that up, and you can trade a photo for paper or for anything that you want. Whoops. Remember, if you drop it on your project before it's swapped out, you can easily grab that and swap it. So that's kind of cool, the wood grained look, right? And then I'm going to go over to my photos, and I'm going to find my favorites. And I'm just going to start dragging these up on the page and adjusting them. Remember, as long as your rubber band around your picture stays green, then you can keep stretching it. Now, I want to put another picture over here, so I'm going to put that there. But it's kind of, you guys see that by doing that, it covered the tail of this artwork. So I'm just gonna right click and I'm gonna say send backwards. The other thing I can do is the shortcut is Command down or down arrow. So you can do that as well, where you just Command down until that element pops up to the front of it, okay? So we've got one picture on here. We're just gonna keep adding a few other pictures. This one's kind of cute. And of course he's drinking his coffee, hanging out at the pool, running in the snow. So I've dropped all the pictures that I want on here, and then I can arrange them. So I'm just gonna back out a little bit so I can see my project. I can crop them, okay? Or I can keep them that size and zoom in or zoom out. But I'm gonna go ahead and crop this image. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. What I want to do with this image is I want it bigger like this, but I want to get rid of these sides, okay? So when I go to crop it, I'm just gonna bring it in to where I want to get rid of it. Think of it just like in the scrapbooking world. What would you do? You'd stick it in a trimmer and you'd cut off those edges. And so that's what we're doing over here, is I'm just trimming that down. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this pool picture, because I wanna just crop off the edges. I like the flowers though. Now, if you're trying to get them the same height, you can use the align tool for that and look at the, or the layout tool for that and look at those. Look at that. I think he has to go in the middle. Okay, so you guys see how easy this is to arrange your page so that you can start with something that they did. Actually, this needs to be like right here, doesn't it? And it needs to be in the front. So we're gonna bring it all the way to the front. And then we'll crop this one. And then this one, I want to turn it into a circle. So that's under effects, and you just round the corners all the way in. So you've got that perfect square as a circle. And then you've got all your pictures. Beyond that, you can add other things like, you know, you can put frames on your picture where it has a border around it. That's really easy. You just add a border edge, pick a color, so you could match it to this background edge. And then you can finish that out, and we'll save that. And look how easy it was to take that one picture and trade it out and have a photo bag ready to go. So that's how easy it is to do a photo bag. We hope that you've been inspired to try out your pictures. And we just want to thank you so much for joining us tonight on this training video.